We're going to talk about some nuclear survival stuff. If you look here, this was back in 1982. Russia is bullish on civil defense. Soviets have regular training exercises intended to protect and keep their workers productive during an attack. These measures give the Soviets distinct advantage over the U.S. in a protracted war. Now, if you notice, the cows also have masks on. This here, you can see it's a subway. You notice little doors and stuff in there. Well, they got plenty of protection down there. Okay, now here you've got these, they're training in school. In Soviet schools, civil defense instruction begins in kindergarten and continues all the way through the university level. Okay. Let's do this one, because this is kind of important here. I'll zoom this in so you can see. You see what they're doing? There's windows there. And what they're doing is they're carrying in dirt from outside, stacking it on the floor so that if any kind of a fire breaks out and you're down in the basement and the roof falls in on you, you are going to survive. You are not going to be burned alive. Do the same thing over here. Maybe I can move it in more, I don't know. Yeah. Kind of getting the gist of it now. Here you see a Soviet officer and their family trying out the emergency shelter exit. Every shelter has at least one exit or access to another, to an interconnecting shelter. Exits are usually located in backyards or garden spaces to conceal shelter existence or location. But I thought this was important enough for you guys to see this. You've got an idea on how to survive. Something else I want to go on right now. When you go to the hospital for an x-ray, what is the first thing that they do? They tell you to take off all your rings, your watches, your necklaces, all that. You take off all that metal. There's a reason. Because metal will suck in all that radiation. If we do have some kind of a nuclear attack, take all your jewelry and put it in the microwave so the radiation doesn't affect it. I'm telling you, why do you think they take the metal off of you when you go in for an x-ray? Because the radiation will, it's just a piece of metal is like a battery. And once it's charged, it stays charged. You get like 100,000 years before it dies out? If something happens, get rid of their jewelry. If somebody doesn't want to, well, then they'll get radiation poisoning. I can tell you this for a fact. And they're going to die. And if you see somebody later on, after the survival of some kind of a nuclear thing, and somebody's walking around with a bunch of jewelry, want to sell it or trade it for something, stay away from them. You know, that's something else. You know, you got all these guys who hate Glocks. That's a firearm. It's a pistol. Most of them are made from polymer, plastic, stuff like that. Well, you know, guys, that might be the perfect survival firearm because you don't have to worry about it collecting all that radioactivity. It may be the only gun that saves your behind. I'm just telling you. Just telling you. You can see here that's your first floor. Got dirt. You're down in the basement, living happily ever after. Because remember, the first day, the first 7 to 10 hours, the first 24 hours, that's what you got to make it through. And you do what you have to do. I mean, there's stuff like this, EMP. Let me back that up just a hair. That's just the ground coverage of the EMP at various nuclear blast altitudes. And they could pretty much cover anything. Here's how to, this is protection from the EMP. Basically, people, I wanted to get that out to you about the rings, the metal. Don't carry that stuff. You will die. You don't want to die. I don't want to see you die. I figured I'd just make this a quick video, give you guys some insight on things. So you're on your own now. Just remember, if there's a nuclear blast, stay away from metal. Get rid of the rings, the earrings, the bracelets, the watches, stuff like that. You don't want it touching your skin, ever. And don't expect on keeping it, because it's not going to die down any soon. Thanks for watching.